In today's video, a Stowa vintage watch from Germany. Stowa is actually well-known brand, especially around pilot watches. And yeah, this case back, it comes in some way familiar. I saw almost the same one in a Vostok watch. I don't know who was the first, Vostok or Stowa, or maybe some other brand, maybe you know. Anyway, very nice keys back cover, gold plated watch. We see, I try to wind it, if it is working. Yeah, and this watch is working. Everything in this watch works. Actually not so bad. Probably it didn't show service since years. Here on the dial I'll see some damage. Let's open the case back and let's start the service procedure. Let's remove this ring, this, yeah, let's say big screw, and the case back, and inside we see a green gasket. Let's remove the winding stem. And yeah, I didn't say hello and welcome on tickingWATCH. My name is Sebastian and thanks for being here. I hope you will enjoy this video. It will be a little bit longer video, over half hour, but I will show you all steps that I have done with this watch. So I hope you will be happy about what you will see in a moment. Of course, sorry for my English, I'm not a native speaker. It's my second tongue, so yeah. And I see here first, let's say, difference between standard watches and the Stowa. You cannot take out the movement from the case if you do not remove the crystal. It's a plastic crystal and I will use this equipment, this spider, to remove the crystal. Let's do this now. Okay, let's check if all fits of these spiders are catching the crystal. Let's tighten it a little bit more. A little bit more. You have to be careful here not to crack it, but anyway I will replace it. I think now should be okay. Yep. And yeah, here we have it. That's the crystal. It's not so in bad condition. Could be polished, but I will anyway replace it. I have no time to make polishing. Maybe I will reuse it in a different watch. And here we have the movement without the case. Actually, good idea would be in the first stage to remove the hands, and I will do this now, and then later take out the movement. But yeah, in this way it also can be done. Of course, I'm full amateur, so do not take all these steps like a guide or tutorial. I'm just amateur, making watch services for fun. It makes me fun, so yeah. And I'm guessing, but probably my audience are always amateurs or are just enjoying the watch or the service procedure. Okay, we have the day out, and so looks the movement. And yeah, next actually difference comparing to standard watches, if I can call this, is this click, and the ratchet wheel is on the other side of the movement. And of course the keyless work here is totally different. So yeah, I'm curious how it is built. Let's release the tension from the mainspring. And now let's remove the keyless work. It has one big screw in the middle. And yeah, this is it. 3 wheels, some, yeah, I don't know what is this. Here is a spring, and so it works. Here's the yoke and some guide, I don't know. Anyway, I will have to clean all this. It doesn't look bad, it's dry, but it doesn't look bad. Few more parts, and now this is difficult, I will say. This type of shock resistance on the balance wheel and jewel. Here you have to be careful. I think the Inca block are the best, but you can cope this also. Also the Vostok watches have similar. I don't know why is that. Let's remove it. You have to just turn this spring, like I'm doing this here. I will show you in a bigger magnification later when I will do the assembly. That's the spring, pretty small. Of course the movement is small, so yeah, it's quite normal. And here we have the stone, the barrel. Now we can remove the balance wheel. Now will be a quite straightforward steps, so enjoy the music and watching the video. I think I don't need to say now too much. Anyway, the Stowa brand still exists, and they are doing quite nice watches. A little bit more expensive, but there are high level movements. They use high level movements, and they are well known from Pellet watches, because they were also doing the watches for Luftwaffe. If you are interested in this type of history, you already know, for the German aircraft in the Second World War, and probably doing this today. Okay, let's see the wheels in a moment. Here is a screw that is holding a spring from the keyless work and from the setting lever. And this flat spring blocks the setting lever. So it looks like. Now the wheels. Escape wheel. And now let's remove the breech from the barrel. Here is the construction also a little bit different. Let's remove this. Yeah, here we have the barrel, and here we also have some flat spring. And yeah, the barrel arbor is different here. Actually, it's inside together with the ratchet wheel, and in the middle is some kind of axe. Okay, one wheel left. I think it's straightforward how to disassemble it. Now, after cleaning, which I made off camera because I think it's quite boring, let's start the assembly. And I'm starting, of course, with the mainspring barrel, and the mainspring barrel is already in the barrel. So let's put the cover, and now the barrel arbor, which is one component together with the ratchet wheel. Okay, let's check if the spring is holding. I think yes. This cover there, I don't like it, but so it is built. It is a little bit loose, and here this, yeah, axe or pivot, or I know how to call it. Okay, maybe from this side. Let's try it from this side. Okay, Here it comes. Of course, we have to oil it. And here we have it. So it looks like, and together with the spring, a little bit different construction. I don't know what is better, but anyway, so it is built. Now the minute wheel. Now the minute wheel. In the center, of course, oil on the both sides. And the bridge. Let's tighten this bridge with 3 screws, so small bridge. Very solid construction actually. The movement isn't very big, but it's quite solid. I couldn't find any information about the movement, what type it is, which caliber, probably OS 66 like the marks show us. But anyway, and how long is the power reserve or something like that. So I think it's a quite seldom movement, probably barely to find. So if you will do service of this movement one day, be careful here, because probably you will not find any part, any replacement if there is something damaged. Okay, this we have. And now the canyon pinion. The parts fits here very good. Let's put now back all the wheels. Only 3, like in any other watch, so here are no differences actually, no matter what brand you have, because yeah, they have 24 hours and so the wheels have to be the same. And actually there is no sense to make more than 4 wheels actually, and this is the second wheel. It shows us seconds, so actually always needs all 4 wheels in movement. That's the basic. Now the bridge. If I would start again, make a service of this movement, I will do some steps a little bit different, because actually I will start here with the keyless work. That will be the first step. I will do the assembly of the keyless work in a moment, but I think that's the best. That's the best way. Let's tighten the bridge with the screws. Okay. Yeah, moves very good. And here the barrel. And also I will do, before the wheels, I will also put to the movement the barrel, to the main bridge. Because then it is much easier. First put the barrel into the main bridge, and secondly put the click to the ratchet wheel. I will do this later, It wasn't so easy. I didn't have to make any disassembly, but it's much better, much easier to install this part. So I mean, later to install the wheels, and first, before the barrel, install the click. Now, just to compare, to show you how small is the shock resistance spring and the jewels from the balance wheel, from the balance stuff. This is a needle, yeah, and this you have to assemble first to oil and then to assemble this. Quite tiny job. Later I will also do this a little bit differently in the second jewel on the balance cock. So stay till the end and you will see that it can be do a little bit differently, and I think more comfortably and easier. Now let's install the spring. Takes a little bit more time with comparing to Inca block. But after some time you will handle also this type of shock resistance construction. Let's say this like that. And now I'm installing the click. Here's the click spring, and as I said, if I would do the service of this movement secondly, I would install this as a first, then I will do the keyless work, and as a third step the bridge barrel, and on the end the wheels. Okay. Here we have it. Now this springs, it goes here, yeah, therefore. But anyway, it's also possible to install it from this side. Let's use the spring, let's tighten the spring with this screw. And let's check if this is working. Yeah. And now oiling of this side. This spring here, I don't like it. I don't like this idea, but it is working. But of course, service this takes some time and needs skills. And now this quite different comparing to other watches keyless work. Winding pinion, winding stem, so it works. Let's finish this part. Okay, these two small wheels. This is the second one. Okay. As you see, one wheel winds the ratchet wheel, connects with the ratchet wheel, and the second one with the intermediate wheel. Let's tighten this with the screw. The screw is the same like this one that is holding or securing the bridges on the other sides. Okay, not too much. And the spring here, the one end of the spring should come to this hole. And yeah, so it works. Let's check it and let's compare it. So now we can wind. And so we can adjust the time. This is it. A little bit grease here on these two parts where the force is the biggest. I think it should work. Okay, enough of watching how the keyless work is working. Now let's finish the other side. And we start with oiling of course all the pivots were also oiled, so don't worry about that. Okay, here we have. I think now we have to make the pellet fork, but before that we have to oil it. Now let's put the pellet fork back. The pellet cock. Quite precise work. Here we have it. I think it worked good. All the pivots are in the holes of the barrels that are made from jewels. We have it. Now we have to tighten this screw. Okay, let's wind a little bit the watch. Not so easy, but let's check if this is working. Well, I'm quite satisfied of the work of the pellet fork and all the wheels. So I think now it's time to put back the balance, so the heart of all watches, the mechanism that makes nice sound and adjust the time. I think the sound of the ticking watch is the best, and I think it's quite relaxing. Okay, it started to work, so I think everything is okay. Let's secure it with the screw before we start the next step, and the next step will be the balance jewel. Yeah, it's working quite well, I think. I'm happy with that. And yeah, this is the way now how I will make this type of shock resistance components. So first 1 jewel, then I will oil the capstone. Put the capstone on this jewel. And the last thing is the spring. That isn't easy. I think the biggest threat here is that you can just lose this spring, it can fly away and you will never find it because it's so small. Therefore you need to be here very delicate. Okay, still not. Or maybe in the other direction. Yeah, well, we have it. It's secured. The jewels are secured. Maybe I will turn it a little bit. And I think the movement is finished. Here a screw that I thought it is lost, but no, I could find it. This is a screw that is holding the feet from the dial. And now I will have to put the dial, but before that we have to put on place this wheel. This is the hour wheel. Here's the spring. It is very important spring. Without that, one day your movement will just block. I'll stop working. Here. Okay, here we have it. Unfortunately, the dial, as you saw, is damaged a little bit. I don't know why. Probably someone was trying to make a service, or I don't know actually what could happen, or didn't know that there are screws that have to be unscrewed. I don't know. Now it's okay. But in general the dial is in quite good condition, so I can, I think, put the hands. It's not very complicated movement, quite straightforward construction without any additional complication. We don't have here date, we don't have here any other functions. But this makes this movement quite reliable and, yeah, quite easy to maintain. Minute hand. Stowa. Quite nice name. Probably on their sites I will left a link in the description down below. You can read about this company. Okay, let's check if the alignment is okay. I think, yeah, well, 3 o'clock looks good. Now the second hand. And what left, we have to put the movement into this case and check how this movement looks on the wrist. So let's put it back. Don't want to come in, but finally I could handle this. I will use the old crystal as a, let's say, holder to finish the assembly from the other side. So what's left here is the winding stem. Of course, we have to tighten the movement in the case with 2 screws and put together and screw back the case back. So now we have these screws that are holding the movement in the case. Okay, second one. Let's push this back. Okay. Now I think it's okay. Pretty small crown, but so they were doing the watches at that time in the 80s or 70s, because I think from these years is the watch, so at least 50 years, probably 60. The gasket, very good quality gasket, I have to admit that. Case back. And this ring. Yeah, we are almost finished. Actually, we are finished. The left only the crystal. I will replace it, and yeah, actually I done it off camera. I was able to find one, and yep, so it looks on my wrist. I know. What do you think about this watch? Yeah, the style is maybe not like today's watches, but yeah, look pretty handsome. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See my other videos, and I hope to catch you in my next video very soon. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.